Hello and welcome back to the Berean Principle. I am your host, Reverend Nick. And so far, we've explored John 1 through 3, and John has told us that the Word existed before creation, and that the Word was God, and that everything that exists was made through Him. Now, in verse 4, he says, "In Him was life, and the life was the light of men." And there are two words here that we need to pay attention to: life and light. Because John is going to come back to both of them over and over. First, in him was life. Now, the Greek word translated life here is zoe, and John uses that word a lot. Later, Jesus will say, "I am the resurrection and the life, and I am the way, the truth, and the life." But notice something. John doesn't say that the word was given life. He says, "In him was life." Later, Jesus will say that just as the Father has life in himself, he has granted the Son also to have life in himself. And that is an extraordinary claim. Everything else we've talked about receives its life from somewhere else. You and I are alive because God gave us life. But John points us to Jesus and says, "In him was life." And this isn't only about being biologically alive. Throughout John's gospel, life becomes one of his biggest themes. Remember why John says he wrote this gospel, that by believing you may have life in his name. The one who possesses life in himself is also the one who gives life. But then John connects life to another enormous theme. The life was the light of men. And suddenly we're back to Genesis again. The world is formless and dark. God speaks, and light appears. But John is pointing us towards something greater than physical light. Later, Jesus will say, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." Now, notice those words again: light and life. John introduces both of them right here. And in the next verse, he's going to introduce their opposite: darkness. So John isn't just giving us poetic description of Jesus, he's introducing the themes that will run throughout his entire gospel. Life is in him, and that life is our light, and the darkness is about to meet it. But hey, don't take my word for it.